So we'll move on to our middleweight completions. Mandy, are you here? Mandy Rayner, sponsored this buckle. Would you like to come up? And this buckle goes to sorry about that. Okay. This buckle goes to Ian Symington, riding Sholto Natal.
Photo shot, photo. Oh, no. Solid package.
Look, those who know me know how hard this was. It was very hard for me. I wasn't going to try. My daughter put in a lot of effort. She gave up a very competitive ride to go around the paddock to get him through, which she did.
Just use the mic, we can't hear.
I really appreciate my daughter's effort in getting me through. Without her, I wouldn't have got through. And as I said, she gave up a very competitive ride to be here. She probably would have finished about 5 hours earlier than what she did. And that was due to me. She thanked me for allowing her to ride with her, but I think it was the other way around. But firstly, after that, secondly, would be obviously the sponsors, the committee, fantastic job. All the officials, once again, fantastic job. Welcome to all the visitors from out of state. You're very welcome here anytime, and we've really enjoyed your company. To our strapping team, fantastic effort. And there's a young girl that put most of the preparation into this horse, and we were hoping she was going to be actually riding the horse in the Quilty. Didn't quite, she couldn't ride this weekend, so but she's done a great job, and that's Mackenzie Taylor, so I'd like to thank her very much. Once again, the locals sort of know a bit about it, but I've learned back a few months ago, and in the last 6 months I've done 35 hours of riding, so it was a bit of a challenge, and that's of course why I thank my daughter very much for dragging me around. To Greg Stevenson, most of you people here, all of the riders, got a belt. Now I don't know whether anybody else appreciates it, but I certainly do. I've never had a belt that I could put a buckle on, and before we started I said to Greg, would you mind putting the buckle on, because it'll save me a lot of pain and a lot of effort if you just put the buckle on it now, and then I won't have to ride. And he said, as a matter of fact, I have. It's invisible. And when you get through on the final event, it'll miraculously appear. And it did. So to Greg, thank you. I appreciate your effort. Thank you very much.
Do we have a representative from the Collie Race Club to present their sponsored buckle? Roseanne? Fantastic. In 12th place middleweight is Richard Summerfield riding Arabica QT in a time of 18 hours and 22 minutes.
Do I bend down? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be as agile as Zoe, so maybe I better put it down. I've been in endurance now for nearly 30 years, and this is my third buckle, so you can probably understand how important it is. My lovely wife introduced me to this fantastic sport, and I appreciate every day of it. I got my horse when he was 6 from Harry O'Brien. He said, "This is the horse for you." Oh yeah, fantastic. So took him home, trained him up for the first 40-kilometre ride. Harry, you're wrong. Next 40k ride. Who wants a horse? But we persisted and we've joined together to be one bloody good unit, and I appreciate him ever so greatly, and he and I work together very well. I've had 3 horses that have got me a buckle. Trying to remember the names now. Sleep deprivation. Arabica QT. Matika Lee and Tora Azam. Jesus, that's poor, isn't it? I should know them off by heart. And they've all given me a Quilty buckle, and they've all been of similar ilk, I suppose, in being reasonably calm, cool and collected when I do stupid things. So, I'd like to thank South 32 for their fantastic support and sponsorship for this ride. You guys would not be here doing this, what we're doing, without their fantastic support and their strength in keeping us sponsored with COVID going around. Also, the Bendigo Bank have done a wonderful job in doing something very similar. I'd like to thank all of you for being a part of this event, because without you here, we wouldn't have this, and what a lovely family we are. Lastly, thank you, Jane. Brilliant. We couldn't have done it without you.
Okay, good.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Strappers. I do apologise.
Congratulations, Richard. Just a reminder too, with all the buckles and the prizes, we've included an envelope with the sponsor details, their contact name and contact email, so that you can send them a thank you. And it would be great if perhaps you could send them a photo of your horse with you and your buckle or rug or whatever, because we, as Richard was saying, we can't have events of this standard without the support of our sponsors, and we'd really like to keep them, so please thank them. Right, do we have a representative from Matilda Arabians who sponsored the next buckle? Lynn Bunce, are you here? Right, that's okay. So the next buckle is sponsored by Matilda Arabians and goes to the 11th middleweight, Anna Eriksson, riding Harden Up Maori in a time of 17 hours, 47 minutes.
I'm going to be brief, or I will cry. I think we all know it takes dozens, if not hundreds of people to get us all up here at this point, and so I just want to say thank you to every single one of you. I will say a special thank you to my husband. He puts up with me, the time I take, the money I spend. Thank you. Thank you to all the sponsors. Zoe, believe me, we were equally as bloody glad to see you out there last night, and so you got us home, so thank you for that. And now I am going to cry. Thank you to my amazing horse. He was our plan B too, and he did his first 160 and he just stepped up and kept going, never wanted to quit. And thank you, I'm going to add to Jane's comments, Tony, thank you. Because of you, my father, he's 81, it's his fault I ride, you can take it up with him, Pete. But because of you, he was able to follow me live from the UK, and that was pretty bloody special, so thank you very much.
Congratulations, Anna, for that. And can you, everyone stop making me cry? Our next buckle is sponsored by Jared Sermon. And it goes to our 10th place middleweight, Sarah Shanahan, riding Amana Black Sapphira.
Well, it's only been 32 years since my last one.
Oh, there's a photo.
I still have photos. Yeah, so 32 years it's taken me to get my second Quilty buckle. it was a pretty rocky start to the year. My horse got a broken splint bone and yeah, rehab and a lot of dedication, I guess. Well, here we are, and she's amazing. Thank you for my super strappers, Janine Bell and Lisa Clark. Could not have done it without them. My amazing family, Ben and kids, Kyra and Kay, they're awesome. They came and supported me, and that was makes such a much better headspace to just be out there and doing what we do. I did have a moment out there with Jane and Norbert when I was riding with them. We used to ride with Jane when I was a junior, and that was a very special moment to ride with you guys.
Years ago,
yeah.
though, that's
Yeah. So yeah, no, it was amazing, and just thanks everyone. Yeah.
Congratulations, Sarah. I'm now feeling really old. You haven't changed it a bit though, it's not fair. Our next buckle is sponsored by Francis Overhoy and Homer. So Francis would like to come up.
I can't wait to get home and find Homer and tell him what an amazing event he's
I'm jealous you missed it. And it goes to our 9th place middleweight from South Australia, Jill Borton, riding Quilty finale in a time of 15 hours.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Francis. Great. Congratulations to Wayera and the TQ committee and everyone involved in the event. It was just bloody awesome. Really good. Since the Quilty became Australia-wide in 1986, I've sort of followed it and I've been to a lot of them, and I've loved the way, and still loving the way, the event is evolving all the time. And every few years a TQ committee pulls something a little bit different out of the bag. There's lots of things with this Quilty, but one of the major ones is that person sitting right there. And the media, the technology and the live streaming, it's just been fantastic, and you know, that's really raised the bar, and I would like to see that just flow on for every TQ from now on. You know, the world has discovered us. Okay, I first started my border raids in WA, I think it was 2004, and it's actually taken me this long to get a buckle here. So I'm really, really rapt about that, and very pleased with my homebred horse. I'm rapt to be doing it on a homebred horse again, the Lochy finale, who did lack a bit of preparation because of all sorts of things, and you know, things get in the way, COVID. And he did me proud, so very, very pleased with him. I couldn't have done it, well maybe I could have, but it made it a lot easier to have two really experienced strappers in Sarah Adams and Trish Smith, my FIFO strapper. It was awesome to just have their help during the night. And lastly, thank you of course to my legendary husband, Philip Archer, for driving me all the way here and hopefully home again. And that's about it. Good on you guys.
Congratulations, Jill. I think you were saying that the WA Quilty buckle has eluded you for a few years, and finally now I think you've got a buckle in every state. So that's fabulous. Do we have, Joe Flynn, I know you're here. Would you like to come and present your buckle, Joe and Kieran Flynn's buckle? And this goes to our 8th place middleweight, Kylie Day, riding Windini Moonlight Treasure in a time of 15 hours 14 minutes.
I'd really love to just congratulate the TQ team, Jane for taking on a mammoth job and all her helpers. Thank you. All our sponsors, our vets, just all the Weira, family and friends and whatnot for all your help and support. But most of all, I'd really love to thank two special people, Tony and Elsha Brandis, for giving me the opportunity to ride Monty. He's only a 7-year-old gelding. He hasn't done a lot of work, and so for doing his first 160 and going out again after 80 kilometres and again, he just handled it so well. So thank you so much, and also for being amazing strappers and just being support.
Congratulations, Kylie. Next buckle is sponsored by the WA Arabian Horse Association. I don't know if there's anyone here from Waha.
Chris Ron's got it.
Mel's head.
Oh, right, okay. This buckle goes to a rider from Queensland, Gail Holmes, riding a South Australian horse, Aloha Desert Fire, in a time of 14 hours and 56 minutes.
You just have to excuse me, I've got a lot to say. Firstly, I'd like to thank Stella Harbison for the ride. I've been away for a month, so it's been a long time away and long planning. What a result for Stella to bring 5 horses over, 4 being her own, and they're all in the top 10. What an amazing achievement, so thank you, Stella. Also, if these people could please stand up. Claire, Lynn, Mandy, Tanya, Annalise, without this, Steffi, have I got everyone? Claire being our chef, the other crew who worked tirelessly and never stopped, the strappers who had a team of 5, what a fantastic crew, second to none, and I've seen a few crews. Thank you very much. And Lynn, like at home, managing the place and the horses, what a fantastic job she does. So thank you very much. This achievement gave me my 15th buckle, so very important, and I really thank Sarah for that. Crew, what a fantastic Quilty. To follow up after the Queensland Quilty at Stirling's, which fantastic venue. This is second to none. The course is one of the best I've ridden. Absolutely loved it. Fantastic. SES, all the volunteers, the sponsor, Pat with live streaming. What a great, fantastic effort to all of you and all the riders. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Gail. Congratulations. Thank you. Our next buckle is sponsored by Vince and Judy Evans. Judy? Yep, so Vince can take the photos. And this buckle is for the 6th middleweight Cara Allen riding Duo Park Oran in a time of 14 hours and 32 minutes.
I was hoping this would be like other Quilties where you just come up, grab your buckle and go, but it's not. So I have a few people to thank. Firstly, my amazing strapper. Yes! My sister, my family for coming down and supporting me, my acquired family in camp, you're amazing. Thanks to everyone involved with running the event, volunteers, sponsors, from running a few rides myself. I know how much work goes into it. Out on track, we did most of it ourselves, except for, I don't know, lucky or maybe unlucky, bumping into Norb. Well, Jane's always lucky, but
Well, it was worth the $500.
yeah. Thanks for letting me tag along for parts of it. It was really great, and sorry you didn't get through. I know how much effort you've put into this event, and I know lots of other people have thanked you already, but you really are amazing, and this is all pretty much because of you, almost. Anyway, and thanks to anyone else who has helped me along the way. It's been amazing. Sometimes I want to give him away. I think I offered a few people to take him while I was out there. But yeah, my horse, he's a moron most of the time, but I absolutely love him. And he did a 160 6 weeks ago, so to back it up 6 weeks later with another one was pretty amazing, so I actually love him. But yeah, thanks everyone.
Congratulations, Tara. It was really lovely riding with you. And I consider myself lucky to ride with you. Our next vocal is sponsored by Alison Fergie and Dale Hill Powers. Oh, great, Dale. Alison is here from the Shire of Collie. It's wonderful. Thank you so much for coming. This vocal goes to our 5th place middleweight, Melanie Scott from South Australia, riding M&M Marcella in a time of 13 hours, 55 minutes.
No, not yet. I cried at everyone else. I'm all right up.
I can't remember what I wanted to say. Actually, first of all, I'd like to thank Stella Harbison for driving my horse here. Second of all, I would like to thank Cara for having 5 horses and 5 people ruin her life for 6 days. It's no small task when you live by yourself. I wouldn't cope with people invading my space like that, and you provided us over and above, Cara, so thank you very much, and my horse definitely benefited from our stay.
Anytime.
Third of all, I'd like to actually thank the Harbison Performance team for welcoming me and making me feel part of the team with my pretty close to smallest horse out there, I think. Sometimes I look at my horse next to their horses and I'm embarrassed, but she did an amazing job. She sort of joined Oren's class for the first 2 legs. She was a bit of a moron. But I made her go on with it and she said, all right then. So I had a really, really good ride. But first of all, I'd like to thank my chief strapper during the ride, Steffi. Steffi's from Germany. She's been in Australia. This is her 3rd year. She's now staying in Western Australia. So if anyone has a horsey job, she is qualified. And she's a lovely young lady. But the rest of the crew, who really, really looked after us, I felt like royalty. So thank you very much, and thank you Western Australia and all the sponsors. I do agree, over and above. And Jane, we all had a tear in our camp last night when we heard your result. But anyway, thank you.
Congratulations. Do we have a representative for the next sponsored buckle from the Wheat Belt Endurance Riders Association? So Wary sponsored the 4th middleweight buckle, and this goes to Kirsten Mellis riding Weebrook Houdini.
I'd like to thank everybody in the Quilty organising committee, where all the SES, the South Australians will come and made it extra special to have foreigners here. And of course to my beautiful strapping team, I couldn't have done it without you guys. And my partner, who we finally got him a horse for endurance and then managed to do a few rides, but you know, the fun was more important, so he had to stay home and I had to, you know, do my rides, of course. And of course I want to thank my beautiful boy. When you buy a horse at 9 months old, the first thing that you look forward to is that next big achievement. It's like, oh, maybe that first sit on your horse. And let's go to that first event, that first 20k ride, that first 40k ride, and the 80. Then you get qualified. Maybe let's try to stay chance we get there. And then you sort of hear that the Quilty's coming and it's like, yeah, slowly getting there. And you do it, so.
Congratulations, Kirsten. He's a credit to you. He always looks magnificent. Our third middleweight is sponsored by Outback Arabian. So Stephen or Linda Moss, would you like to come up? And third middleweight goes to Ricky Adlam, riding Gungari Zena in a time of 12 hours and 19 minutes.
I've got a couple of thank yous to make as well. First of all, Trade, because he does everything. Second to Linda for trusting me with the horse, giving me advice and being here all weekend and even riding half of it with me. And next to Scoot Boots, because they flew all the way here to support us this weekend. You guys are awesome as well, all of you. And to Chris Haddon for dragging me the last 40Ks. That was awesome. I couldn't have done it without you.
Congratulations, Ricky. And we have equal first middleweight, both from South Australia. We have Stella Harbison riding Willow Star Bay Sil and Jessica Astrop riding Minton East Chaucer in a time of 11 hours and 26 minutes. Can we also have our South 32 sponsor, please? Thanks, Mo. And also, I guess we have no one from Victoria here, right? Yeah. Okay. Victorian Insurance Riders Association.
For Jodie.
Oh my god.
Alright, here.
First of all, hats off to Waiyera, the Quilty committee, everyone involved in running this event. It's been, well, against all odds. You got it off the ground and it has been absolutely sensational. The live stream has been amazing. We've had people calling and texting all day knowing more about what's going on than we did. But, you know, like other people have said, it's really opened things up and it has been amazing. Sponsors also, the rugs, the buckles, everything that we've received, anyone who's sponsored the event, thank you. And we did make the conscious, or I made the conscious decision not to mention names because I will forget everyone. But to our team, those who are here and those who are not, who are greatly missed. You know, this isn't a one-man band. It takes an absolute army to get this kind of shit show on the road, and we've pulled it off, and it's been absolutely amazing. So, thank you, and thank you to our horses. They have just absolutely blown our minds. Certainly, yes.
But anyway, firstly, the Harbison Performance team, it's a family. You guys are absolutely amazing. And as Stella said, those at home as well. But Stella is a pretty special person. And well, to be included is, yes, quite an honour. And I never thought this would happen. But anyway, Docs is pretty cool. And thank you, Trevor. He basically did it, I think. We had to do his ride, so that was pretty good. Alright, thank you. Well done.
You didn't thank Mum and Dad.
That's the family.
Oh.
Mentioning
coming down.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Stella and Jess. As Stella was saying, when you start to mention names, it's really easy to forget someone and then you just feel terrible afterwards. So with that little hiccup there, I'm really sorry. But First Middleweight was sponsored by Almazan Stud, Jodie Luck from South Australia, and I'm sure she'll be thrilled to bits to see those prices going back to South Australia. Second Middleweight was sponsored by the Victorian Endurance Riders Association. Thank you very much to them. We had an overwhelming response to our buckle sponsorship program. We had 48 buckles sponsored, which it's just absolutely incredible. And I know all of us wish that everybody was taking a buckle home with them, but sadly that's never the case with a 160k ride, and certainly never the case with the Quilty. This year has been particularly difficult with COVID, so a lot of our participants from the East couldn't make it, so there were buckles that were sponsored that weren't presented. I just want to thank those people very, very much, and we'll be in touch with you over the next week or so and just find out what you would like to do with that sponsorship. But if you just bear with me for one moment, I just want to read through the buckle sponsors just to acknowledge everybody. The Van Uden, and this is in order of sponsorship. The Van Uden family, Southwest Floats, Lisa and Mike Woods, Silver Sun Bet, Dr. Joan Dietman, Joe and Kieran Flynn, Alison Berge and Dale Hill Power, Horse Competition Online, Julie Baker, Rolly Stone Brewing, Francis Overhoy and Homer, Jared Sermon, Vince and Judy Evans, Ramsey's Horse Transport, Rootbelt Endurance Riders Inc., the Old Margaret River Endurance Club, Werning Forge, Matilda Arabians, Mount Barker Carpet Cleaning, Warren Horseman's Club, Bushby Hay, Northeastern Endurance Club, Western Australian Arabian Horse Association, Pegasus Equine Dentistry, Global Advanced Metals, WA Vet Equine Dentist, Dr. Martin Dolenschek, the Collie Race Club, Mandy Rayner, Legacy Equine Transport in Tasmania, the Collie Endurance and Trail Riders Club, Raglan Endurance, South 32 Worsley Illumina, the Victorian Endurance Riders Association, Tasmanian Equine Endurance Riders Association, Queensland Endurance Riders Association, Maribu Arabians, Outback Arabians, Amazon Stud, the Arabian Horse Society of Australia, Burback Australia, and PB Assessing. That's a huge list of sponsors. Thank you very much. And since we're on the topic of buckles, I really want to thank Greg Stevenson from Riverside Saddles for providing all the riders with a belt buckle to put their belt on. Thank you very much.